Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Pearl, and today I wanted to talk about triggers and how I've been dealing with my own triggers. So emotional triggers are like okay, I'll give an example with me. Emotional triggers are like traumas that happened in the past when someone is growing up. They happen between the ages of say 3 years there, or even they can happen from childbirth to around 15 years, depending on how a person has been raised, the type of environment one has grown through, and most importantly, how the caregivers or the parents who raised you to look at the world. So if you were raised in a chaotic environment where maybe the parents, like for me, my parents used to fight so much, and I ended up carrying so much burden within me that was stored in my backbone, of thinking it's because of me they are fighting, or if I can't fix it, it's my fault. Those are traumas you carry into your adulthood and you don't realize it. And then my father used to smoke, and he used to drink. He doesn't drink anymore, but he used to drink so much. And when it come in the evening, there would be chaos, abusing us, abusing his wife, my mother. But that ended when I was in Form 1. But even when I'm talking about it, I'm still like in shivers remembering those memories. They're not nice memories because I was really, really scared. I thought every time I used to be worried that this is the day that he's going to take a knife and maybe stab one of us, or probably stab my mother. And then you get this stress hormone that come. You are always in a fearful mode. You are never sure about today. You are never sure about what he'll do that night. So this ended up being meaning traumas that, since they were being done over and over, all every day actually. Maybe the only day that he never used to abuse us was in, say, Sundays, because he would sleep in, and then on Sunday he's not drunk or something. So when I grew up, I found myself when I meaning emotionally being attracted to the kind of men that were a reflection of what I used to see in the household, which were not really good men. They would be emotionally abusive, they would be emotionally manipulative, playing the victim, or blame games. You are always blamed for everything, and since it's something that you're already accustomed to, you don't know any other type of male relationship. You think it's okay. No, it's not okay. It's not okay to be abused. It's not okay to be emotionally abused, especially whether it's verbally, whether it's physical. Any type of human abuse to another person is not okay, because these wounds are not visible yani they are not physically visible, and they are dangerous. So I've had to do a lot of therapy within me to understand that what happened when I was a little child was not really my fault, but the environment that I was born into. So I wanted to talk about the triggers. Now, when I grew up, those things that I used to just I used to soak them up when you observe what your parents are doing. When I grew up now, after my teen years, I started drinking, having fun, thinking it's okay. And then I used to admire these people that would say, "No, I do not drink." And you're like, wow. and then sort of you are like bashing, saying, ah, huyu ajui ni nini, ama ajui fashion, or you think you are bright, but it's the patterns that you absorbed when you were a child. Those are the patterns that are playing out now that I'm grown up. So my first trigger was, I found myself by the wacha nikwambie vile triggers, how triggers work. If you have an emotional trauma that happened as a child, or something that your parents used to do constantly on a weekly basis, on a daily basis, and if it's not a good pattern or a good behavior, it becomes a trauma. A trauma is like a fear. As a little child, since you can't process the emotion at the time, it is stored in your backbone, from your subconscious mind. The subconscious mind sends the things you've absorbed as a child to your backbone. So what will happen, you'll be operating on autopilot. Your thoughts will be on autopilot, running using those memories of a young child. So my first trigger was when I was partying one day, and I decided to try smoking because I thought it was cool. I thought you'd, that hype and all. Not knowing I already had a wound within me from observing my father being a chain smoker. He is a smoker even today. So the moment I smoked one cigarette, I was hooked because it's already in my mind, and it's relating me. The adult me is relating to what I've observed while growing up. And it took me a couple of years to quit smoking. I quit like 50 million times. And after every like a week, maybe 3 months, I'd find myself going back. So what happened was, I realized I needed to go to the root of why I was smoking, beyond being an addicted smoker. And I was a closet smoker. I never smoked in front of people. So I'd rush home in the car, keep my sprays everywhere, my mouth mints, and always chewing. You see, when you are doing these things, it affects another part of your life, because I had to constantly be chewing. I was eating unhealthy. I was chewing a lot of gum. So my weight was, I was unable to control my weight, because all my focus was on smoking and how I would control it, you see. So when I went to the root, I realized it is a pattern I was just following, a wound that had not healed enough for me to understand it was not me. And the moment I went deeper to the roots and the abuse we encountered as a result of my parents fighting, so many things came up, and I was carrying so many burdens of wounds, of self-loathing, of self-sabotage, and the feelings of not being enough, feeling like you're worthless, that you deserve anything thrown your way, because that's what you are obviously abused with. Constantly being told by your father, you are stupid, you are not smart, we are fools, he's the only smart person in the house, and you are not supposed to question. When you question, you are beaten up, or you are isolated emotionally, you are completely ignored. These things happen, and they really affect someone when you grow up. So now I've been doing the inner work of realizing I'm carrying wounds of a little girl, the child that was between the ages of, say, around from class 1 to, oh my god, class 1 to the rest of my before I was 18, and that was around 7 years, until I was 18 and it became me. Now I'm improved, I don't drink. I actually do not. even fancy any type of drug. So I'll be talking about more about how to process this emotion in my next video. So thank you guys for listening to me. Have a lovely day. Bless you.